Hey guys, it's Gamby5874, and today we're going to be looking at slaying Aviansie, or Aviansies, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, they're level 128, and they give you about 687 combat experience each, and about 226 constitution experience. You get them from Simona, Durdel, or Kuradal. You get them as a task from them. They only require level 1 Slayer, so as long as you go to those Slayer Masters, then you have the ability to get this task. And each of them gives you 179 Slayer XP. Now, this is one of the few times I've gotten them, so they're not too common of a task, but they're still good either way. They're weak to range, so you're going to want to do that. We'll talk about equipment later. As for drops, they'll always drop bones, so again, we'll talk about equipment later, but if you want to bring a bone crusher, you can do that. It's only normal bones, but I mean, it's still prayer experience nonetheless. And they always drop feathers, which they drop 1 to 7, so it's not really worth picking up unless you really want to save money and power train fishing later or something. They drop a few various runes, some worth picking up, some not worth it. You could decide that on your own. Now, their main drop are 4 noted adamant bars, and now it's a common drop, and typically, as you know, statistics have been, you'll get about 1 every 4 or 5 kills. So pretty much by the end of the task, you'll have as many adamant bars as you do, or as you did Slayer amounts of them. They also drop runite limbs pretty frequently, so it's always good to bring a couple high alch runes. And they also drop some herbs, most of which aren't really worth picking up unless you get some of the higher end herbs. And they do drop hard clue scrolls as well as ancient effigies. So let's go into the setup. As far as your equipment goes, you just want to bring standard ranged armor. The way I recommend first setting up is just wearing what you would normally wear to any standard Slayer task. So you have your full Slayer helm, whatever armor and jewelry you want to go with. I'm going with Ring of Wealth, just to increase the adamant bar drop. However, Archer's Ring works. I'm going dual wield rune crossbows. Again, any crossbow really works. Now, for this, since you're going to God Wars Dungeon, you're going to want protective gear. Now, where we're going to be going, all you need is a piece of Armadil gear. There is like one Zamorak creature there that never really gets in your way if you know how to position well, and it'll usually be fighting other Armadil mobs. So that's not an issue, but you can change something to be, you know, say Zamorak legs or something. For Armadil, I just have some Armadil gloves. The best thing to do would just be wear your standard armor and hopefully have a piece of Armadil ranged equipment. Otherwise, you can get rid of some stats for, say, like an Armadil necklace or the pendant or Zamorak stole or something like that. So as far as inventory goes, high alch runes, I bring a bone crusher just because I hate paying for prayer, so you know, it just kind of helps. Don't really need that inventory spot. Your Slayer Gem or Ring of Slaying, bring in a Bunyip. Now, I already went and killed a few, so they do drop law runes, water runes, air runes. I don't know why I picked up the water runes, but I just kind of did. Probably just going to be picking up the law runes, nature runes, blood runes, stuff like that. And noted adamant bars, which are their big drops, as well as your bolts. Now, for food, I am just bringing wild pies because I have a bunch of those from I don't even know where, but they boost range, so that's always good. So to get there, you want to teleport to Trollheim, and it's basically, you know, standard getting to God Wars Dungeon. Now, if you have this task, odds are you've been to God Wars Dungeon before, but if you haven't, then it would be good to bring a rope. Well, I mean, it would be necessary to bring a rope, rather. So you need a rope if it's your first time going into the God Wars dungeon ever. Otherwise, you don't need that. You can also bring a super restore if you want. While you're running, you don't really have time for your stats to drain, but you could bring it just in case. You could also bring ranging potions if you're into that, but I didn't have any at the moment and I didn't want to buy them. Also, while you're running past here, just turn on Prey Range. Just move this boulder, squeeze past it, and then just keep running north. Simple to get there. Once we're inside, it's simple to get to the part to train at as well. So you could Prey Melee here. I don't care enough. They do very little damage. So here your energy is going to go down. But we'll talk about that once we get in. So you're safe once you get here. I recommend you just rest a little bit. This is a safe spot if you don't move. So now once we're here, we see all these fightings. You can like fight a couple of them around here, but it's not going to be worth it. So you're going to run directly south. I like just pointing my camera south and just run all the way down. And you'll see this little platform, and you just click to cross the chasm, and your character does its little animation thing, goes over, takes a while, and then you're here. So once you're here, just staying right here is pretty simple. Once in a while a Gorok will come right about here where my mouse is, but it's not really an issue. Most of the time it's fighting some guys over there. And there are plenty of Aviansies around here. I haven't come here once and had problems with spawn or anything, and it's just been pretty simple. I think I've seen like one other person here on this world doing it at one point, but there are a lot of mobs here, so you get this task over pretty quick. I use abilities, so if you want to just look at my ability bar and just use that, then I mean that works, but I never put too much thought into my ability bars, especially not my ranging one, because I don't do range tasks that much. But yeah, so that's pretty much it with this task. You can only fight them with range, so you can do a tankier method, but really there's no need. They're pretty simple. They don't hit that high, and I mean, as long as you bring sharks and a bunny ip, or even monkfish, probably you'll be set and you won't have to worry about that. But that's it with this guide. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.